Many of today's luxuries are taken for granted. To name a few, we have smartphones, computers, transportation such as car or train, electrical lighting, warm showers, the internet, and many more. All of these items require energy to function. A majority of this energy has been sourced from fossil fuels, such as coal, oil, and natural gases, for nearly 200 years now, since the Industrial Revolution. We acquire this energy by burning these fuels and using the generated heat to produce steam, which drives the rotation of turbines producing energy in the form of electricity. But a byproduct of this process is the generation of carbon dioxide, which is known as a greenhouse gas and often referred to as carbon emission. These greenhouse gases have shown to affect the climate by increasing global temperatures. This happens because the light from the sun is absorbed by the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which then heats up the atmosphere rather than reflecting off the surface of the Earth back into space. This is known as the greenhouse effect. It is worth noting that this process is melting Earth's polar caps, which further releases pockets of carbon dioxide gas, effectively doubling the process. Now, there is two problems. Our first problem is that fossil fuels are a limited resource and according to some studies will eventually be exhausted in the next 100 years. That is, if we continue to burn it at the current rate, let alone the fact that rates will only increase. This is alarming. It has taken hundreds of millions of years to convert organic matter to the reservoir of fossil fuels that we have today. And it is going to take our species less than 300 years total to process these materials. The second problem is that if we do continue to use these resources at the rate humans do for the next 50 or so years, carbon emissions would be so high that the climate may change in a very dramatic way, resulting in potential catastrophic events according to some climate models. A proposed solution to our excessive carbon emission and fossil fuel exhaustion issue is renewable energy, and of particular interest, solar energy. Solar energy is a clean source of renewable energy sourced from the sun. What most of us already know, but do not necessarily realize we know, is that this energy powers the planet's ecosystem already, and has been doing so since Earth first formed. The Earth intercepts about 100 billionth of the sun's energy. 2/3 of this energy actually reaches Earth, and the other third is reflected back into space. The energy that does reach Earth is obviously enough to power the planet's ecosystem, and by matter of fact, an hour of this raw power is equivalent to humanity's global energy consumption in 2001. Through photosynthesis, a process where plants store the sun's energy as chemical energy in the form of sugars, plants are able to grow and form the foundation of most food chains. Technology imitates this process by using systems called photovoltaics, commonly known in the form of solar panels, in which the abundant photons from the sun is converted by chemical reactions into electricity. As one probably imagines, it is not economically feasible for all area on Earth to harness this energy. Deserts in particular, and areas close to the equator, receive very large amounts of solar energy per square kilometer and is thus ideal. Conversely, highly cloudy areas and areas closer to the poles receive much less than average doses. Australia has a highly ideal land area for this type of energy, and serves a fantastic economical opportunity to provide this renewable energy to other less fortunate countries on a large scale. It is in humanity's best interest to harness this energy to its maximum potential and move away from fossil fuels sooner rather than later, so that we may reduce or ideally eliminate any further damage to the planet. It is in our best interest to provide a healthy, sustainable environment for future generations and their children, and so on, so that we may continue to call Earth home. Thanks for watching.